Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, our audience and viewers of CHP Talks. This is an exciting time. We're in the middle of an election, almost in the middle of an election that was thrown at us very suddenly by the Prime Minister. And it's my privilege today, my pleasure and privilege to have with me Jeremy Palko, CHP candidate for the electoral district of Essex. Sorry, Wessex. I was thinking of King Alfred, right? No, Essex in Ontario. And Jeremy is a single dad with two sons. He's been in engineering for 20 years, got his degree at the University of Windsor. He's been actively serving in his church for some time, long time. And I'm so pleased that, Jeremy, that you have joined us tonight. Also, that you have got your name on the ballot in Essex, and you are representing life, family, and freedom under the banner of the Christian Heritage Party. And thank you for doing that. So welcome to the show.
Thanks, Rod. Yeah, and appreciate the opportunity.
So what I'm just going to ask you, this is going to be a short interview because we're both running desperate times here. Desperate times call for desperate measures. But I do want to ask you, what motivated you to get involved with this particular campaign and to run under the banner of the Christian Heritage Party?
Yeah, I guess I would say more so recently over the past years, I've just noticed there really hasn't been a party that's I could truly align with. And it's been a steady slide, I'd say even more so in the past few years. And I really I'm looking for a party that I can have peace of mind about in voting and supporting. And, I've watched, I've obviously kept my thumb on the pulse of politics. And from what I've seen, it's deeply concerning the direction we're going in. And I think it's something that, we need to be directly involved with. And a lot of times I think where people, Christians, even, especially nowadays, seem to shy away from the process. And I think that's it has not served us well. And so in this past year and a half, I would say was the all I needed to take me the rest of the way to spur me to get involved and to be a candidate and to follow through on the process that we've been through in the past few months in terms of the training and the application and then being accepted, and now through Elections Canada and officially becoming a candidate in the Essex riding.
Yeah, and thank you for doing that, and congratulations getting your name on the ballot. There's quite a few hoops to jump through there, yeah. And we've gone through that together. I know I had a little more trouble just getting all the paperwork done this year, not on my end, but Elections Canada was scrambling, getting their offices open and whatever. And so anyway, we're both on the ballot, you in Essex and me in Skeena Bulkley Valley, northern BC. So you have a lot of friends. I presume many of them are in the church that you attend. What's their response to the idea of a Christian stepping forward to represent life, family, and freedom on the ballot?
I've been, I always am pleasantly surprised. Sometimes you don't know, maybe not necessarily surprised is the word, but sometimes you're not exactly sure what type of support you may or may not receive and if it will actually be vocalized or not. But so far, people have been very supportive. And I think, in all honesty, I think they want it. I think they're really looking for a way to speak out and for somebody to be that voice. And I guess I'm willing to volunteer for that here in Essex. But people do want to be involved. And sometimes it's just, I think it's a matter of giving them direction and some motivation and some hope. I think a lot of people they're in despair these days, and it's unfortunate, but it's true. But I'm finding people are definitely fired up. People are motivated. They want to vote. I believe they want to be involved. And in all honesty, some wanted to vote and were not going to vote because they didn't see an option on the ballot. They didn't see somebody who could represent them. And not that it's me necessarily representing them, but CHP as a party. And just as it happened for me, somebody and as a candidate, a party that they can align with. And again, I would say have peace of mind in voting for. And I think that's a big thing. That's what led me to CHP.
Yeah, well, excellent. We've talked in recent weeks on this show talked with various ones about the decline of the Conservative Party. I mean, we kind of go back to 1987 when the CHP and the Reform Party both kind of launched at that time. The Reform Party got some traction fairly early in the game, but then it became the United Alternative, the Alliance Party, ultimately the Conservative Party, and now the Conservative Party is going downhill. We are still here, talking about the protection of innocent human life, strengthening traditional marriage between one man and one woman, and personal freedom, which in this past year with this COVID lockdowns and now they're talking about mandatory vaccinations and all that. This year, freedom has become such an important issue, and we're happy to represent the charter rights and freedoms of all Canadians, and thanking you for being on the ballot to represent those same values.
Yeah, no, thanks for the opportunity. I mean, the Constitution, I think what people underestimate about CHP, although, being a smaller party in all honesty, but at the same time, a very mature party, and going back to 1987, the Constitution and just how well written and thorough it is. I didn't know it until I read it myself. And to read through our policies, I know I've got family friends who are looking at the policy, and they don't realize exactly how well written and spoken the party is in all areas. We're not by any means a single issue party or a few issue party. We cover it all. And I think that's something that just needs to become more mainstream. I think people just don't understand and how applicable it is, especially to what's happened in the past year and a half. And the Constitution, the Charter Rights and Freedoms, and I've been on the learning curve myself, along with I'm sure so many other Canadians, trying to understand exactly what is this founding document that everybody's getting so excited about. And there's reason to be excited about it, because it has been literally, it's been trampled, shredded, and burned by our governments, both federal and provincial. I'm obviously in Ontario, so I mean, I've had some serious disagreements with our leadership here. But federally, I believe that they're the ones pulling the rope, and they need to set a tone, and the tone that they've set is destructive. And honestly, I believe, not to be too severe, but I believe it's very anti-Canadian.
Yeah, well, very good. I agree with you so much. And I know for our viewers who may not recognize, but in a few minutes, you have a meeting going on with some of your supporters there, and I am going off to the Bulkley Valley Fall Fair Parade. It was canceled last year because of COVID, but and then we'll be in the booth at the Bulkley Valley Fall Fair in Smithers, BC over the next few days. We've had a booth there for really about 30 years. And so I look forward to seeing many of my friends in the area, some of whom I don't see from year to year until we see each other at Bulkley Valley Fall Fair. So we were able to squeeze in this little short interview. I don't want to keep you long from your commitments, and I have to get going myself to meet my commitments. But thank you for taking a few minutes to share with us. And Jeremy, I wish you all the best in this campaign. You deserve the support of everyone who values life, family, and freedom, and I hope you get that support in Essex.
Same to you, obviously, and I hope you have fun tonight.
Yeah, thanks a lot. And to our viewers, we'll be back next week with another edition of CHP Talks. See you then.